Before we get started with today's episode, I just wanted to apologize as I was fidgeting with my mic a bit throughout today's episode. So some parts are a little tough on the ears, but thanks for tuning in and I hope you enjoy. Hello, and welcome to Kaylin's Corner. I'm your host, Kaylin, and this is my corner of the internet, where I talk about anything and everything that comes to mind. Welcome. I'm contemplating if I'm going to leave that bit in or not, but my cat was just next to me purring. Actually, I'm going to leave it in because I think it was so cute. She jumped on my bed and started purring next to me. I think it's because she wanted me to pet her, but the love is always appreciated. So, yeah. I hope this finds you well. I hope you're doing great. I know the world is a bit chaotic right now, but I hope you can find something to be happy about. Something that already exists in your life. Whether it be yourself, a friend, a family member, or even just a pet. Not just a pet. Pets are family! Okay, jeez, sorry. I got a little emotional there. But, pets are family. We love them like such. At least, I'd like to say so. Yeah, putting the good vibes out there for today. I wanted to try to do that thing where I have bullet points of topics that I want to talk about, but then I feel like it wouldn't be Kaylin's Corner because, like I said in the intro, I talk about anything and everything that comes to mind. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of. I got a little sidetracked by my cat. I started staring at her, and now she's putting herself right in front of me so I can stare at her. Listen, I know you want my attention, but I'm in the middle of something right now. Sorry. Anyway, I hope that this finds you well. My day is going pretty good so far, and I want to keep the good vibes going, so I hope you find something to be happy about today. No matter how small, a step forward is a step forward. I don't know. It's been a week. It's been some days. Fun, tiring, the 9 yards. Just, it's life. It's life. Everyone's life is a little different. Mine right now, it's been family filled, work filled, and just responsibility filled. Is there something in your eye? I can't tell if my cat's winking at me or if there's something in her eye. No, I think she was winking at me because she looked, and then, she looks fine. Why were you winking at me? Maybe there was something in her eye and she got it out. I don't know. It's a mystery. She looks okay. I don't see anything in her eye. But, yeah. I went to the Jack-O-Lantern Spectacular at Roger Williams Park Zoo on this past Sunday, and I took lots and lots of pictures. I did post some on my photography Instagram page, which I will link in the description if you want to check that out. But I have so many more pictures that I want to upload, and videos too. I did take some videos of the pumpkins. It was so nice. Very crowded. There were a lot of people, but understandably so because the pumpkins were they were spectacular, if I do say so myself. I can't even imagine the practice that it takes to do some of the work that is done on these pumpkins. It really is it's a skill you need. It's a work of art that requires a lot of skill and talent. Shout out to the people who participated in making those jack-o'-lanterns because I'm sure it takes a lot of people. There were a ton of pumpkins. I wonder if they have like an official count of how many pumpkins they have in the walk. Like, I don't know what to call it. Hey, that's not for you to scratch. You have a scratching post right there. Kat got the zoomies and now she wants to start tearing shit up. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. What are you doing, Miss Girl? Do you have something you'd like to share? I don't even think you can hear her breath. Because the last time I put the mic near her mouth, you couldn't. Ah, no, don't bite it. Alright. Let's take it easy, okay? Hey, don't attack me. She's attacking me. Hey, ow. That hurt. She's in a playful mood. She wants attention. Anyway, moving on from my kitty cat. What was I talking about? The pumpkins. No, it was really, really nice. The tickets were kind of pricey. However, I think it was worth it. I'd go again, and I'd go again and take my time a bit more if possible. Cause I did the ticket's only for an hour, like for you to walk through the what the hell am I saying? When you purchase the tickets online, it's only for an hour's worth of time. So and it did take an hour. I mean, well, from the car and then back, it was like an hour. But so I feel like we did kind of speed through a little bit. But I would go again and take my time and probably not take as many pictures because I feel like I was so focused on capturing the moment that I didn't get to enjoy the moment. But I will say I do enjoy, the moments I was able to capture. Because I think some of the pictures came out really cool. I only posted 10 of them, but let me tell you, I have at least 100, at least 100, because there were a lot of pumpkins, and I am the type of photographer who will take multiple pictures of the same shot or the same subject. And while it is very annoying when it comes time to like pick out the picture that I want, because there are some that are like the focus is just a little different in one, or so there's a little less blur, a little more blur in one picture versus the next. However, I do tend to appreciate it because sometimes the first picture comes out super blurry because I'm like jolted a little bit or something, and then the next picture is the most crisp picture I've ever seen in my life. And I was very pleasantly surprised with how the pictures that I got came out, because in my experience, my low light pictures aren't usually the best. Like, I feel like my phone camera does a way better job of capturing the sunlight. No, I don't know. I feel like my daytime pictures come out a lot better than my nighttime pictures, but those were something. So if you'd like to see, I did post some on my Instagram. I'm definitely going to post more. Right now I'm kind of fact checking myself to see how many pictures I actually did take while I was there. And I did go through them and I deleted a bunch. Right now, oh my god, 200. Yeah, you see, I'm a little bit of a picture hoarder too. But they're for me to look back on. No one else. Well, pumpkins alone, there's like 250 pictures. Then I also took pictures like at the park and like towards the entrance of where the swans are and stuff. Yeah, 250 pictures of pumpkins on my phone. But like it was it was such a sight to see. If I highly recommend going despite the price. If you can afford to, go. The tickets were $21 per person, and then children ages 1 to 12 are $18 each. And kids under 1 are free because they're not going to remember anything. Although, honestly, I feel like kids under 3 aren't going to remember anything, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't have to pay. But you know what? It's okay. I'm not going to I don't want to delve into this. Maybe I should actually. No. Because, okay, wait, no, but seriously, kids age 2 and 3, maybe even 4. I mean, I think your stream of consciousness kind of kicks in, and that's when you can start remembering things. But I don't know if I remember anything from when I was 4 years old. I think my stream of consciousness kicked in. Am I saying the right thing, by the way? I don't know. Stream of consciousness. Am I just coming up with stuff? Stream of consciousness, a person's thoughts and conscious reactions to events, perceived as a continuous flow. The term was introduced by William James in his Principle of Psychology in 1890. And then there's a bullet point underneath the definition that reads, a literary style in which a character's thoughts, feelings, and reactions are depicted in a continuous flow, uninterrupted by objective description or conventional dialogue. I don't know, why was that so hard for me to read? Anyway, okay, stream of consciousness. I suppose. I don't know. It's one of those things. Okay, when I was 5, I was in kindergarten. I do have memories from kindergarten. Before I don't know. When did... Because I'm trying to think of, my core memories now. What's the earliest core memory that I can remember? Being able to remember something that happened to you at the age of 2 is, phenomenal, I want to say, because shout out to your brain but what was it that you were able to remember at the age of 2? How old were you? What's your earliest memory? What age? How old were you from your earliest memory? That's something I'm actually interested in knowing, because I feel like it's different for everyone. I can't really think right now. I'm thinking, for me, it's kindergarten, but I definitely, I'm just trying to remember, put myself back in that time. What was I doing? I think I was just because that's when the structure started, really. When you go to school, that's when the structure starts. And that's kind of, I don't know about you, but for me, when it comes to remembering things in terms of time, the year, oh, do you remember when this happened? I kind of go back to how old was I? What grade was I in? And then I can remember. But when you're 3 or 4 years old, you're not in, unless you go to preschool and you have those teachers and those people to be able to kind of remember the year with, because that's how it is for me anyway. That's how my brain works. I can remember the year and the people that I was surrounded by in that year, because every year was different. I had the same structure, different people. And the same thing now, I guess, just the structure is different because I'm not in school at the moment, but different people. I'm surrounded by different people. Some the same, some just came in. But I'm trying, I don't know. Before the school year started, even birthday parties, I've seen pictures of myself having those family gathering type birthday parties with just my immediate family and whatnot. But ask me a memory, do you remember them singing happy birthday to you? No. The outfit looks cute, but I don't remember putting it on. My stream of consciousness had not kicked in yet. Is that the right way to phrase it? I don't know. But how old were you during your earliest memory? Something I'm interested in knowing. Right now, I think my earliest memory is 5. Like, I remember my first day of school ever. Actually, no, I did go to preschool too, but I don't remember what year it was. Like, I remember being in preschool, but I don't remember how old I was. I must have been like 4. Perhaps that is my memory. Well, yeah, because in preschool you're 4, right? I'm pretty sure. So, I was on a roll and then I decided to write the question down. So, I want to hear your response. Like, I'm interested to know, my viewers, if you want to talk to me personally, you can respond to my tweet. I'm going to tweet out this episode and then respond with the question if you care to answer and share. I'd love to hear your story. If you care to share, you don't have to. There's no pressure. But yeah, was it a good memory? Was it a bad memory? I feel like I tend to hold on to the good memories, and the bad memories just get blocked. Like, that's that. I don't want to hear it unless it caused some emotional damage. Then that's a different story for a different day. Not something I want to get into right now. But yeah, it's been a long week. I'm just tired. My body needs rest, but I've gotten into the rhythm of waking up early every day. Despite me waking up so early, I still go to bed kind of late, closer to midnight, and wake up at 6, which 6 hours of sleep isn't bad, but I do feel like I need more. And every time I try to sleep in and sleep later, I have trouble falling asleep, or if I do get to sleep, it's not very restful. Like, I just wake up crankier than I was before, and that's not good for me or anybody in my vicinity. So yeah, perhaps I'm just not a night owl anymore. Perhaps I'm a daytime gal. But with winter coming and the sun setting so much sooner than it used to, maybe it's for the better. Because too much darkness can be a little chaotic. I feel like chaotic's not the right word. Maybe depressing, but depressing is like a strong word. Can be a little sad. Not enough sunlight. I mean, the sun does wonders for us. She's a giant light bulb, a giant ball of fire. Yes, she is. And we love her. I still have yet to take a picture of the moon with my telescope. Actually, I haven't used my telescope since I got it. But to be fair, there's a new moon, so like. But the eclipse, I didn't get to see the eclipse. The eclipse wasn't it? It was earlier this week. It was on Sunday. Wait, no, it wasn't. Because it was on Saturday. It was Saturday that the eclipse happened. I got to see so many pictures and videos, and I thought they were really cool. The shadows from the sun looked like circles on the ground, and I kept seeing TikToks and pictures on Twitter, and I thought it was spectacular. However, I didn't get to witness that myself. I don't know if it's just because I wasn't paying attention or if it's because I wasn't outside at the correct time, but I didn't get to witness it myself, which kind of made me a little upset. But still cool that I got to see other people's what the hell am I trying to say? But it's still cool that I got to see other people's experiences online. It's the wonders of the internet, if you ask me. Um, I love seeing the pictures that other people take because everyone's perspective and view is different just because everyone is different. Everyone's experiences are different, but we are one and the same in that we are human. We are people with feelings and needs and desires. We may not all like coincide and align with one another, but on that basis, I feel like we are the same. I don't know why I started getting like a little deep there, but yeah, I don't know. I've been taking a lot of cloud pictures lately. The clouds have been so fluffy. It's a wonderful sight to see, if you ask me. I've had people see me take pictures of the clouds and they're like, "What are you taking pictures of?" Like, the clouds, they're so fluffy. I know the clouds are, well, they're not always there because, the clouds are not always going to be there. And it's cool that they are, that I get to witness them so frequently because it could be in a desert. I could live in a dry state, like in a deserty state. That would not be deserty. That's not a word. And well, is it? I don't know. I can live in a dry state. Yeah, I don't think deserty is a word. It's just desert with hey, with a Y. Deserty, resembling a desert or some aspect of it. The deserty ground. Yeah, okay. I guess I didn't just make that up. Shout out to Google. Yeah, I could live in a dry deserty state that doesn't get to see clouds. Or just a dry deserty place that doesn't get to see clouds too often. Or maybe they do and they're just not rain clouds. Whatever the case may be, I'm grateful for the clouds because they're beautiful and they provide rain, water for the plants that help us breathe. Be grateful for everything. I think, anyway. Because there's so much turmoil in the world right now. And there's no one thing that any one person can do. It's a group effort. Change can't just happen from one individual. You need the power of many others with the same ideas or the same will as you. I'm There's a word I feel like that would better represent this, but I can't think of it right now. Like, with the same goals, the same it's at times like these that I wish there was someone else in the room to like bounce ideas off of. Ugh. The same values. There we go. Same beliefs and same values to, kind of apply the pressure almost. Is this making sense? I'm like, I'm overthinking it. I just need to spit it out. Today, Junior. you know, yeah, because it's never just one person. I mean, one person can have a lot of influence, but you also need the power of others behind you. There's power in numbers, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. So even if you don't think that the little thing that you're doing isn't going to help anyone, it might. It just might. You just don't get to see it. At least not in the moment. You just got to make good choices, which is easier said than done, but I think that is true with anything and everything. It's much easier to just talk. The action is where the work is, truly. Gotta be all talk. Sorry. Not that you have to be all action and no talk, but you have to have a healthy balance, talk and action. You gotta be able to do what you say. You know? Sometimes I feel like I get a little deeper than I need to, but also it's I don't know. There's like a weird, I don't want to say pressure, but I guess it's like it's the only word I can think of at the moment that I feel like fits fits what I'm trying to say. But there's like an internal pressure for me to say certain things or act a certain way, even though I literally call my podcast Kaylin's Korner, where I talk about anything and everything that comes to mind. My mind. It doesn't matter what other people think. I mean, yeah, everyone is going to have their thoughts and opinions, as people do, and that's their right. You can have your thought, you can have your opinion. But I know myself and I know my intentions. So if my intentions are good, why does it matter what anyone else thinks? If somebody else sees me from their perspective and sees that I'm actually doing something harmful, there's no shame in being able to like receive that information. If I'm doing something wrong, then let's talk about it. Like, how can I do better? You can't just shit on people to shit on them. Like, I feel like that was a poor choice of words. But, you can't just, tell someone that they're doing it wrong, but what's the right way to do it? How should they do it? How can they do better? Like, I feel like if you think something is wrong, yes, speak up and say something about it. But you also, I feel like, should provide an alternative, or at least help brainstorm one, or tell the person why what they're doing is wrong. Because if they don't have, it's like telling a kid to do something just because you said so. Like, yeah, they may do it because they think you're scary and mean or whatever, but like, they'll do it again and they'll try to correct it again because you said so, but they don't have the actual reasoning, like the actual reason behind why they shouldn't do that thing. Fix your bed. Why? Because I said so. Well, no, you should fix your bed because then it makes your room look cleaner, neater, the energy is a little better, you're not so scatterbrained. At least that's how it feels for me. When my bed is fixed and my room is clean, I feel like my thoughts they come a little easier. So, I don't know, but it's also like an opinionated thing. Everything is really a matter of opinions. Well, not everything. A lot of things. I gotta stop making all or nothing statements like that. I tend to do that a little more often than I care to admit. But let's be real here. Let's be fucking for real. That was quite a rant. I don't know. I need some water. Or some of my Starbucks. I know that the fraps from Starbucks are basically like ice and sugar, but it's my guilty pleasure. They're so good. Like, I don't want to say I can't get enough, but low key can't get enough. They're delicious. Not to be an ad for Starbucks, but it's my guilty pleasure. I love me some Starbies. I feel like I've said this before. Having a little bit of deja vu. A little deja vu moment. I feel a burp coming on. Ooh, excuse me. That was a loud one. Hold on. The other one's going down. Do you burp yourself when you feel a burp coming on? Because I do. I'm gonna leave that portion of the recording in just so that way you can hear me do it. But like whenever I feel the burp coming on, I don't want to say always because it depends on the circumstance. If someone's right in front of me, I don't want to like burp in their face. Sometimes I'll burp myself and I'll tilt my head to the side to blow the air somewhere in a different direction. But I do burp myself when I feel the gas coming up. So, another question for the people, is that something that you do, or am I alone in this? How many of you guys do that too? I don't want to feel so alone. Silly goose activity. Head empty, head empty. I don't know what to talk about. Let's surf the internet. Let's go on Twitter and see the photography. I really want to get back into editing pictures, but editing has become such a task for me. Like, I don't know what it is. I used to have so much fun, like, photoshopping and adjusting the highlights and the shadows and stuff, and just I used to have fun editing pictures, and now it's become a task, and I don't understand why. Like, I can take pictures all day. I love capturing the moment, and even at going through and deleting the pictures, I can do all of that. But put me to edit some pictures and I'll leave the app like 10 times before I even finish editing the picture with quote unquote distractions. But like, there are other times where I'm like, oh my god, this picture is so cool. I need to edit and share it right now. Although I haven't really had that feeling in a while. And sometimes when that feeling does happen, I still end up getting distracted. And I'm like, well, I don't really need to share this picture right now. I don't know what's gotten into me. It's... I don't want to say concerning because I feel like that's a bit of a strong word, but it's like thought-provoking. Why? Why am I doing this? It's the overanalyzing for me. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not sure. My cat had the zoomies and now she's been quiet for a while. I don't know if she's napping or if she's up to no good. She's probably napping, to be honest. And I'm just thinking the worst. Oh, yeah, she's sleeping. Sleepy, sleepy girl. Sleepy, sleepy girl. Ooh. I did not feel that one coming. Excuse me. I love how I went on Twitter to find something to talk about. Oh, I did, and then I stopped talking about it. Sometimes I come on Twitter and I see the awesome photography that people put out there, and I'm like, holy cow, I should edit pictures. And that's my inspiration, and then I go into my gallery and I get kind of overwhelmed with all the pictures that I take. So, I don't know. I don't know. But Twitter is also like... It's not even called Twitter anymore. It's supposed to be called X, but Twitter is Twitter to me. If you know, you know, and if you don't, oh well, I guess. We are living in the era of spineless journalism. No, not spineless. It is criminal, genocide enabler, war crime apologist. Spineless means that they are afraid of saying the truth. That is not the case here. Yeah, you know, the truth can be scary when you're not ready to hear it, you know? Because sometimes the truth can be seen as a problem or an issue, something that you need to tackle, so to speak, like head on. if you don't like the truth, that means that it's something that you need to fix, or something that needs your attention in some way, shape, or form. That's my theory that I just came up with right now. If the truth hurts or it bothers you, then then it needs your attention. Whether it be for you to fact check if that's really the truth, or if there's something within that truth that requires you to do some self-reflection and change, then do it. The world is ever changing. No one's going to stay the same. Don't put yourself in a box and keep yourself there. You need growth. We all need growth. Those words have never come out of my mouth before, so I spit it out, and now I'm reflecting and thinking about what I just said, and it's because that thought came from me seeing a tweet regarding the Palestine and Israel conflict, the issue. I'm not 100% sure what word I would like to use to describe it. It's a problem, really. The problem that's happening there. And I kind of zoomed in and made it about something similar, but different. Well, I mean, similar in my eyes, in that if I could find the tweet, I literally just saw it. Sorry, I got a little sucked into my Twitter. Oh, there it is. We are living in the era of spineless journalism. Well, I'm not 100% certain that this tweet is regarding the Palestine and Israel problem that we're having. Because we are a community of people living on this planet. At least that's how I see it. I don't understand why we need to treat each other so differently. We're all humans, just living our lives on this earth. So why make things so difficult for ourselves and one another? It never really made sense to me. Nobody really knows what they're doing. I see it all the time. I hear people say it all the time. Nobody really knows what they're doing. Every conflict, every battle, every issue, every problem is unique in their circumstances due to the people that are involved. There are several circumstances that have the same lesson and problem, if that makes sense. Same issue, different people. Same issue, different people involved. So it's just, where was I going with this? Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. The train of thought has derailed. She flew at the station and she derailed. Oh, I was talking. Okay, yeah. We are a community of people living on this planet who don't really know what we're doing. We're making stuff up as we go along. Literally, everything has to be invented, or everything that we know has been invented. It started, it didn't exist and then it did. We create our own problems. We need to find the solution to those problems as well. Or maybe this is just me, I don't know. Listen, I'm just a girl here talking. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl in the world. Are those lyrics? I don't know. But I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down here, because I feel like it makes sense to me. I hope that I can communicate it clearly enough for you to get an understanding of what I'm trying to say, the message I'm trying to communicate. Because honestly, life did not need to be this hard. We invented things to make our lives easier, but yet we still managed to – add so much stress, so much pressure, made life just our quality of life has gone down. Like, oh, sorry. It's like we as a society have advanced technologically and whatever else. Yet our quality of life has gone down. So, what does that say? Is it the technology? Is it the supply and demand? Are there not enough people with this technology? Are there not enough people with knowledge on how to properly use this technology and use it to their full advantage? I don't know. Too many people with bad intentions, maybe. There's so many factors, at least that I can think of. I feel like this would require an independent study of some sort, but I'm just thinking, I'm just rambling, I don't know. But it really makes me think. Does it make you think? How have we come so far, yet have become so miserable in our everyday lives? We're not even living, we're just surviving. At least that's how I feel. I know a lot of people feel the same way because I've seen it, I've read it, I've heard it. We're just surviving. And it's tough. It sucks, really. Because it's nice, like, when people are happy, you can tell. Like, you can feel the difference. At least, well, okay, I've got to stop making all or nothing statements. I can feel the difference. And when people are happy versus when they're sad or distraught, like, the vibes are just different. Like, I don't want to be that girl talking about vibes and whatnot, but like, it's true. I think it's true. Anyway, I know it to be true. I feel it to be true. It is my truth. And it sucks that the vibes are just so bad right now. We're getting closer to the holiday season, but everything just feels so stressful. Nothing seems to be, I don't want to say, okay, all or nothing statements. A lot of things are stressing people out, and a lot of people are unhappy. It's a scary world out there right now. I just hope things get better a lot sooner than later. I hope things get better soon for everyone, not just those that are dramatically in need, but for those that are just going through a small rough patch too. If you're not having a good day, I hope your day gets better. There's this meme on Twitter that says, "Your Honor, my client is just a girl. She's literally just a girl." That's kind of how I feel. Case dismissed. Hell yeah. Oh my goodness. I love the fall. The trees are just, they're so beautiful when the leaves change color. It'd be cool if the bark also changed color and like fell off and a new layer of bark grew, but then I feel like that'd be a little counterintuitive because the bark on the outside helps the tree stay warm throughout the winter. Question mark. That's a theory that I have in my head that I don't really feel like fact checking right now. Is that how it works? Do trees grow from the inside out or from the outside in? Must be. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed. Well, first and foremost, thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Until next time.